Hey guys, this is Death, welcome back to my channel. I've been playing quite a bit, and I've realised something. We don't have any iron. Our iron supply is fairly limited, and I think it's time we finally handle that. Up until now, in order to get iron on this server, what we've been doing is we've either been going mining, or we've been making use of this iron farm just over the hill here. This is a small iron farm built by my fellow server member Aston. It produces between 300 and 500 ingots per hour, which is fine, but we're going to need a lot more iron in the near future. Now, currently Asta is the owner of the one and only iron shop in the server, and I'm going to be taking over that business in the next few weeks, so I think it's time we build a fairly substantial iron farm. However, in order to do that, we're going to need a few things. One being the resources to build this, which I should already have because we're doing a bunch of mining off camera. Two being the villagers we need. I think I should have more than enough if we go to my villager area. And three, we need a hostile mob, which in this case it's going to be a pillager. Also, who keeps putting these roses on my path? Go away, these are horrible blocks. Let's just throw that away there. So for this iron farm, I'm thinking we should put it over in our villager area, because then we don't need to worry about transporting the villagers over a massive distance, and we can just wait for the patrol to come along and then we can steal one of the pillagers from that. So we've arrived over at our villager area, and as you can see, we have quite a bit of room to play with. This farm is going to be up in the sky, because then we don't really need to worry about clearing a massive space, and there's a bunch of zombies over here from when I was last here. Also, we don't have any villagers in the system right now because I actually cleared this out recently because it was causing a bit of lag. So what we need to do is we need to feed these guys in this breeder and get a new batch of villagers made up. And let's just put the food in here, and the breeding process has begun. While these guys are breeding, I'm going to build the frame of this farm. I've built this farm before on the first season of this server, so since you've already seen this, I'm just going to go ahead and build the frame super quick, and then I'll explain how this thing is going to work once I'm done. So the structure of the iron farm is now complete. We made use of materials I have a massive quantity of, so we've got spruce, some glass, I used all of my bones to make the stained glass there, and stone because yeah, I have lots of stone. This isn't complete though, obviously we need to put in the villagers, we need to put in the pillager, which I haven't got yet, and we need to put in a storage system because this will produce a lot of iron. Before we do that, let's take a closer look at how this thing is going to function. So this farm makes use of 6 villager cells. Each cell holds 3 villagers. So that will give us 18 villagers in this farm. In the centre here we'll have 1 pillager. We need to make sure that it doesn't have a crossbow, which I'll show you how to do that later on. The reason we're using a pillager and not a zombie is a pillager has a larger aggro radius. So basically, the villagers that are standing over here will still be able to see the pillager when the slab isn't in its head, meaning iron golems can spawn. This also means we can be more space efficient with the design. Technically, we could fit even more beds in here and have at least 1 more cell, but that requires a lot of testing, which I'm not going to do, so 6 cells for this works just fine. Now, if you also want to make use of this design, I'll leave a link to the schematic in the description below. So at this point, the villagers I bred up have all grown up into adults, and we should have more than enough in this holding cell to populate that farm. Before we put these guys in though, we will want to put in the pillager because if we do these guys first, it will cause problems. Now to get this pillager, we basically need to wait for a pillager patrol to come around. This can take quite a while. Alternatively, what you can also do is you can go to a pillager outpost and steal a guy from there. We won't be doing that though. One thing we will be doing is we're going to be making use of these name tags for this because we need to name the pillager itself. I found these by going to abandoned mine shafts and what do you call them, spawners, dungeons in this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to name the 3 of these because I know I will need to use these later on, and we're just going to call these hostile boys. There we go. Next up, we're going to need some blocks, which I have some blocks here. I'll take some of the blocks from this section as well. And now all we need to do is wait. I'll bring you guys back once we've encountered a patrol and once I've captured at least 1 pillager. So after you've captured your pillager, you're going to want to get them into a setup like this. You can't have them shoot at you and just use your, your shield to deflect it, but I prefer doing this. So get them in a small space, block their view with a slab, and just stand here and let them fire at you. If their crossbow is enchanted with them breaking, this can take a little while, but hopefully we aren't waiting here for long. I've already named them, so he shouldn't despawn, so we can even leave this area if we need to, but we won't be doing that. So let's wait until this guy is pacified. We'll get him up into that system over there. We'll probably use a minecart rail system to get him up there. We'll populate the cells with the villagers, and then we can give this thing a test. Alright, so it took about 25 minutes for the Pillager's crossbow to break, but after that was done we got him in position, which was fairly easy, and then we got the rest of the villagers in place. So this iron farm is now finished. Now I was going to test it, but then I realised something. We don't have a storage system. If we do test it right now, all of the drops are just going to fall on the ground and despawn, and we can't have that. So what I want to do is I want to have a water stream coming below here, have an item elevator, so bring the water stream over here, item elevator, and then over here we're going to have a sorting system. And without further ado, the storage system is installed. I had originally planned on taking up this entire space with chests, but I didn't think that was necessary. So the section over here is storage for roses, and the section over here is storage for iron, and this should be more than enough to last us for quite some time. I also came through here and made sure to set up this water system all correctly, and if we look up there, you can see the item filters are installed and are good to go. This means we can do our test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 2-hour AFK session because I need to go and do a few things, and we'll see if this is working as intended. Alright, so I'm just back from that 2-hour AFK session. I kept on checking in while I was doing that because I wasn't sure if this thing would work as intended, but it turns out it has. We now have a decent supply of iron. We've also got a good supply of poppies, but we're never going to use these. Another thing as well, having to physically climb up there using like a tower of blocks is super annoying. So I think what we're going to do is later on we're going to go and see if we're getting an Elytra or something like that. One thing I should mention if you're also building this farm is before you can even let it run, you need to let these villagers sleep. Because sometimes, especially if you're running on a paper server, villagers may have some trouble spawning iron golems if they can't sleep. So just keep that in mind. And also when you're finished with this, make sure you turn it off as well, because you don't want this thing running constantly. It doesn't cause much lag, but it all adds up after a while. So if you want to turn it off, make sure you power on this lever, make sure this redstone line is powered, and the thing will be turned off. But yeah, I think that's this project done for today. Now let's actually see if we can go and get an Elytra or something like that, because I really want to fly. So once again, we are back in our hobbit hole here. Now, since we're going to be buying some stuff in the shopping district, we need diamonds. And I've got a little chest area over here, I've got another one over there as well. I badly need a storage system, by the way. I have my diamond supply up here. We don't have much, and I know for a fact this isn't going to be enough, so we need to get some more diamonds. Now, I was planning on going mining, but before we do that, we need to go and meet up with the boss, because I heard that he's in need of some wood, and I happen to have a very good stock. So let's head on over to his area, and we'll see how many diamonds we can get out of him.
A bunch of this copper, because it's really taking a lot of my inventory. And they're just quick little, like, auto smelters. And somebody is shooting arrows at me. Oh.
Hey, man. Hold on, I need to...
You're getting spit on.
Yeah, these guys walked in front of me. Hold on, let me just... There we go. I heard you have a business proposition. Yes, words.
Yes, I do have a business proposition. You were just the man that I wanted to see. Let me finish putting this copper away, and hello.
Hi, I like your house.
Thank you. It's a gazebo, and as you can see here, rustic, very clearly. Told everyone that.
Yeah.
So, yes, I need some wood, because I'm about to craft a ton of redstone supplies, and as you know, like chests make hoppers and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So what is your going rate for some wood?
Well, it's a good thing you came to me, actually. I've been farming up an insane amount of wood. I'm thinking... Well, I don't know how much you want, but I'm thinking 2 diamonds a stack? How does that sound?
It sounds expensive, but it's also the beginning of the season, so I understand completely.
Awesome, cool.
Let's say 16 stacks?
Alright, yeah, I can do that. I have more than enough for that supply, actually.
Let me grab a shulker so I can bring it back, and let's go to where your wood is.
If you'd like to come inside, the interior is unfinished, but I should have... Yeah, I've got all the wood we need over here.
well, let's say 16 stacks for 32 diamonds. Expensive, but again, beginning of the season, prices are always high right now. They'll go down as time goes on.
Yeah, well, I will put those in there for you.
Perfect. And in the bottom right corner is half a stack of diamonds.
Thank you. Thank you, that's perfect. I actually needed diamonds. I am going on a massive shopping spree soon.
Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, we're just passing them around because those are probably from Splashes buying the beacon, and now I'm giving them to you for wood, and then you're going to go spend them at one of the shops.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be giving these straight back to Splashes for the Elytras, actually. So, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Got to get some Elytras. All right, perfect. Well, I appreciate the wood, sir.
Yeah, it was no problem. It was good doing business with you, my guy. So we managed to sell 16 stacks of oak logs for 32 diamonds, so that's 2 diamonds a stack. I think that's pretty good. Now, even with this, and we combine that with other diamonds which we have over here, I still don't think this is going to be enough. Also, since I made that deal, I've actually went and farmed more wood. So yeah, wood isn't going to be a problem. The reason I'm doing this is for the storage system, which we're going to be building very, very soon in a future episode. But yeah, since we're probably going to need some more diamonds, I think it's time we go on a mining session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go mining for a couple hours because my luck hasn't been all that good. So I'm thinking 3 hours of mining and we'll see what we can get. Also, I bought that shulker from Boss as well. Because, yeah, shulkers are necessary. Anyways, let's go mining, and I'll bring you back once I have all of the stuff. So, we've just returned from that mining session, and it was quite successful. 3 hours, we got a whole bunch of diamonds, as you can see right there. So what is that? That's nearly 2 stacks of diamond ore. Sometimes I wish Deep Slate wasn't in the game, because then things can stack real nice. So we got all those diamonds, which is sweet. Those 2 diamonds came from a, what was that? I think that was an abandoned mineshaft chest. And also we made use of a Silk Touch pick that I made before this episode started. I forgot to mention that earlier on. Also, we got a whole bunch of resources. We've got so much redstone now, so we should be set for quite some time. We've got a bunch of gold and a bunch of copper that we need to smelt up, which I'll probably need a super smelter for that. So that's another project I need to add to the list. Anyways, let's go and take these diamonds and fortune them up. Alright, I'm going to be honest. I now have more diamonds than I could have imagined. I have so much. We should be able to buy everything we need now. So what is that? That is, we just add this and then add that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over 6 stacks of diamonds. Oh well, let's pick up this shulker and then let's go and... Oh, hello. Hello, Greenie. Let's go and buy some things. What is... Oh no! No, 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 no. No, powdered snow. Damn you, Greenie. Alright, let's go to the shopping district and buy some things. So here we are in the shopping district. The shops I'm going to be taking a look at is the Rocket Shop by Alex and Splashes, along with the Bookshop by Splashes and Boss. First of all, let's go and take a look at the rocket stuff. So I need an Elytra, and yes, they sell them in here for 20 diamonds a piece. Okay, we can afford that, and oh, they're already enchanted. Oh, that's perfect. Right, I think what we're going to do is we're going to pick up not 1, but 2. So 2 of these, so let's pay for these. Okay, there we go. There's the diamonds for that. And do we want to go with a 3rd one? No, there's completely no need for that. That's overboard. What we also need is we need some rockets. So we don't do flight 1s or flight 2s, we do flight 3s, which are 3 diamonds a stack. Oh boy, okay, right, yeah, we can do that. So I'm thinking we want to fill up this shulker box with these guys. We won't have a space for this Elytra, but ideally I'd keep that in my ender chest, which I need to go and get one of those as well. So what we need to do is we need to fill this entire shulker with rockets, so that would be 3 times 27. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of diamonds. Let's sort this stuff out. And there we go. Wow, that was a lot of diamonds for that stuff, but it's been well worth it. We can now fly. I'm also planning on buying some books because I want to set up a Looting 3 sword so that we can go hunting wither skeletons. So I just wrapped up buying all the books we need, and these all cost 4 diamonds a piece. So that set me back quite a bit. Let's go and craft up a sword and put these enchantments onto said sword. Well, after going through literally every level I had, we now have a ridiculous sword. Now all we need to do is make all of our tools netherite, which I'll be doing at some point in a future episode. Now we need to put these away for safekeeping in an ender chest along with these elytras. And now we get to wear it as well. Oh god. Oh no, I need to change that skin. Let's hide that. I'm not gonna do that right now. Anyways, I think it's now time that we go and spend some time in the nether because we need an ender chest, we need to go and kill some blazes. And I'd also like to see about getting 3 wither skeleton skulls, which may take a little while because I don't have a farm right now. And I kind of want one, but I'm going to hold back on that for a few episodes. I'm not going to do that right away. Anyways, let's go into the nether, get that blaze rod, kill a few wither skeletons, get 3 skulls, and then we can see about maybe killing the wither or something like that if we've got time today. So I've just returned from the nether and we had some pretty good luck with blazes. There was plenty of blazes in that nether fortress. Unfortunately, I only encountered 2 wither skulls and I was there for quite some time, so we're going to have to leave that for a future episode. Speaking of future episodes, we're going to be tackling this storage situation in the next one because it's getting beyond a joke now. I think we're going to build a nice big storage room. Ah, there we go. And yet again, I am out of storage space. Okay, there we go. So we're doing a storage room next. We'll see about getting a beacon. We might not get one necessarily. We might need to wait and see if we can buy one, or we just build a farm. And I probably need to set up a super smelter at some point because I'm in dire need of. Well, yeah, I need stuff. There's one final thing we need to handle. I think it's finally time we change this skin. And there we go. Skin change right at the end of the episode. If you found this episode informative, why don't you leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, why don't you leave a like, and subscribe and hit the bell icon. And hey, why don't you check out this video?